Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the wonderful Magic Crystal released on Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So I know this film has been out for some time already and I didn't jump at it because it was a region A at that stage. I did not have a multi-regional player that worked, and I knew that 88 Films were going to be putting it out soon after. I wanted to wait on that because their artwork for that really excited me a wee bit more. Saying that, not disappointed, because now finally I have got this gorgeous release here in my hands and it looks wonderful with this new artwork from Tony Stella. It is absolutely gorgeous, heavy on the greens and very different to what Sean Longmore put out there. But I have to say I'm still a massive fan of Sean's work, and I feel that he's really captured what Magic Crystal was all about. Anyway, this is still beautiful. Very excited to get stuck into it. Now that I have my multi-regional player, I can actually watch these things properly. But let me just slide this on out here and see what is included. That's a very tight, ooh, jeez Louise. Very tight cover. I mean, I love what Vinegar Syndrome put out there because it is solid. It is well protected. On top here, 3,631, as you can see, of a limited release of 5,000. So I'm going to put that aside for now because all the information is here, and I'm going to try and get into this. So of course, Magic Crystal is absolutely one of my favorite Hong Kong movies, one of my favorite Cynthia Rothrock movies. I do think and believe that it is her finest Hong Kong hour, without a doubt. Andy Lau, Richard Norton, Wong Jing, Max Mock, Charlotte Chung-man in her debut role. There's a lot to love about this film. It is pretty much highlights what makes Hong Kong movies so exciting and so worth checking out. So here we have it. This obviously the release out of the slipcover here. I will read to you first what's included on the Vinegar Syndrome release, Region A, yes. And then obviously I'm in a temporary setup here. If you watch the channel often, you'll see this is not my regular studio. All my movies are currently packed up because I'm having a studio built. I probably keep repeating this a lot if you're watching every video, but I don't have anything to compare this to, unfortunately. I was hoping to have the 88 Films Blu-ray handy and I could do a side-by-side comparison, but I don't. So I'm just going to do this as if it's the first time I've ever seen this. And in terms of the extra features and that, I'll try and remember what's on the 88 Films release in case they are repeated here, although I very much doubt it. Okay, with this release we have got newly scanned and restored in 2K from its 35mm original camera negative, presented in its original Cantonese language soundtrack with newly translated English subtitles, along with an English language dub track, brand new and exclusive commentary track with film historians Frank Jang and Rick Myers, Just Don't Kill Me, a brand new interview with actress Cynthia Rothrock, Bin Bin on Magic Crystal, yes, a brand new interview with actor Wen Bin Bin Chow Yu. Bin Bin is of course the child who finds the crystal, befriends the crystal here, who's now obviously an adult and has mini Bin Bin, which is his son. A 16-page booklet with an essay by Erica Schultz, original trailer, double-sided poster, reversible sleeve artwork and newly translated English subtitles. Fan-friggin-tastic. This is just amazing. Super glad that I have got it here. I mean, as one of my favourite movies from Hong Kong cinema, I don't mind having multiple editions. And there are a few extras on there that I do believe aren't on the 88 Films release, which is very exciting to see, have and watch. Especially the interview with Bin Bin. Very excited for that one. Okay, inside Let me just pop that open, and there we have him. The little cute Bin Bin with his crystal here on the front of the booklet, as you can see, which is just wonderful. I will pop out that cover first of all. And Tony Stella graces both sides, as you can see here, which is pretty much each side of the box slip itself. But I am going to keep the original. I'm not too fond of that one there with Charlotte Chung Man, Wong Jing, and Bin Bin. I forgot Nat Chan's in here also, who kind of like steals a lot of the scenes with his wild comedy, which is just hilarious. Here we have the booklet, as I say, Bin Bin on the front and Charlotte Chung Man on the back here. So this is her, I think it's her debut role. I'm nearly sure it was her debut role. And of course she went on to work with Wong Jing and pretty much for the most of her career, slipping off to do other projects for some others, but mostly with him. Readers of the American blockbuster. I mean, it totally is an Indiana Jones, an E.T. kind of homage, I suppose, but jam-packed with the most incredible martial arts battles. I think it's just absolutely fan-friggin-tastic. I'm so excited to see what they've done with their restoration here. I know that the 88 Films release did blow me away. It looked incredible, but I really am hoping that this gives me the same vibes. And if not, you know what? That's fine. As I say, I have got so many versions of this. Beautiful book though. Looking forward to getting stuck into that. And then in terms of the poster, oh, let's see. What have we got here? First of all, we have got Tony Stella's artwork, which is gorgeous. Really loving that. I mean, that could look quite nice next to the poster of Sean Longmore's art. And then on the other side, I was really hoping they were going to do the original Hong Kong poster art there, but no. We've got this other side of Tony's work, which again, I'm more. Let's just say I prefer the front cover. I mean, I love all his work, don't get me wrong. I really do. I think it's just stunning. He does some incredible pieces. But out of these two, I just feel that this shouts out more, this calls out more, and it's definitely more impressive. That's kind of like a bit of an afterthought, let's just say. Okay, anyway, that's all I have left to show you in that. I am now going to go and watch it. Watch everything about it, really. I can't compare it, as I said. But regardless, I'm still going to enjoy it. I'll be right back to let you know what I think. So, just back after checking out the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray release of Magic Crystal, a film which I absolutely adore. And while I do feel that the print on here was good, I have to be honest and say that it didn't blow me away as much as the 88 Films print did. I can remember that much. Although I haven't had them side by side to compare, I do remember being absolutely wowed by what 88 had done with their restoration. This, I just feel, didn't have that same oomph about it. Now, while I still enjoyed the grain and the flicks of dust that were left on screen, I just feel that the work wasn't really there in comparison to what came first, for me anyway. Still very, very pleased with that. Also, so watched it in its original language option, with English subtitles, of course, and then went back and checked out that audio commentary with Frank Jang and Rick Myers. And it was, I mean, it was informative, of course, but it was just okay. It was just okay. That's all I'm going to say. It didn't enthrall me. It didn't really have me sitting on the edge of my seat going, wow, that's amazing. It was just okay. I feel when Frank is paired with someone, it's much better, but I feel it when he's paired with Rick. Probably not the right person. Then we have the Cynthia Rothrock interview, which was fantastic as always. I love hearing Cindy talk about, well, she usually starts her interviews about her whole career in martial arts as a competitor, etc., and then goes into the film and tries to remember the most of. Remember, these were made some time ago, and she does pull out some pretty cool stories about her time on set, and it's quite informative. She talks about how she injured Richard Norton's eye, which is why you can see the stunt double throughout the fight scene in the living room at home, which was quite interesting again to hear that. Hers runs for about 18 minutes, just over 18 minutes in length, but again, a great thing to have. Why she didn't do the audio commentary with Frank Jang, I don't know. That would have been great to hear, have the both of them. I feel that Cindy would have been the perfect person to do that for this movie. And then there's the Bin interview, which I was really excited to see. It was good. It was just good. I don't know, when it started I was kind of like, I wasn't really as hyped when we started getting into it. But it was cool to listen to, I have to say. Again, this is a guy who acted as a child in this movie. He's got to think back to how that experience was. He acted in quite a few movies. Unfortunately, he didn't talk about all the other movies that he had been in. I understand that. But it would have been good for him to kind of expand that, because the interview's only about 7.5 minutes in length, but still great to, I guess, catch up with him after all these years and figure out sort of what where he's been, what he's been doing, but also get his thoughts and his memories and the stories on his time here in Magic Crystal. On top of that, then there was the original trailer, which was very, very lengthy, just under 5 minutes in length, and it was pretty much, I don't know whether it was just mine or it's a fault, or if that is the original trailer, I can't remember. But it was just a music track for 5 minutes, pretty much. That was it. There was no sound effects, there was no talking, there was nothing. I literally just had music. Was I the only one? Is this a fault on the Vinegar Syndrome release? I don't know, I'm not too sure. Still, it looked okay, it was pretty cool, but just pretty much watching 5 minutes of fight scenes and music was a nice treat, but I was getting a wee bit tired of it, especially after watching the movie twice. But yeah, I mean, look, for me, overall, if you don't have the 88 Films Blu-ray release, absolutely, this is a double thumbs up, and I am super glad that it is finally in my collection. I just feel there could have been a wee bit more done with it in terms of the restoration and also the extras itself. Anyway, out now from Vinegar Syndrome. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews, and follow me on Instagram at InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu and I will see you soon.